Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can transform this old boring looking t-shirt to this exciting looking Ankara t-shirt gown. If you're interested, then stay tuned and let's get started. So we're starting with my t-shirt. This is an old t-shirt I brought out from my wardrobe. So the very first measurement you need is your shoulder, of course, to your waist measurement. My shoulder to waist measurement is 47 centimeters. So I'll take 49. I'll just add 2 centimeters for my sewing allowance. So I'll take 49 centimeters. So that's 49 centimeters. I've marked it with my tailor's chalk. Next thing, I'm going to cut it off. I'll use my rotary cutter to cut it off. So we've cut that out, lay it aside, and then I have loosened one end of the t-shirt to about 16 centimeters and the other end to about half of it, 8 or 9 centimeters. The 16 centimeter end is the end we are going to be putting the zip. That is why it is longer. So once you've done that, you turn your t-shirt wrong side out. We are going to be cutting our darts. So measure. I'm having 54 centimeters right here, 54 centimeters, and my waist circumference is 47. Am I right? My waist circumference is 45. It's supposed to be 45. That is 90 centimeters. So that means I have close to, that is 45 minus 54. That is giving me 9 centimeters to play with. So from that 9 centimeters, I'll remove 4 centimeters for that, 2 darts in front, another 4 centimeters, 2 darts behind. And then the remaining 5 centimeters will be for the sides to make up for the zip allowance on one side and the other side, just to make it equal, 2.5 centimeters and 2.5 centimeters. So let us now create our darts. So get your nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is 8 inches. That's about 24 centimeters. That's standard for most people, but for some is 9. So for that 8 inches or 20 centimeters, that means I'm going to be starting my dart from 10. Remember that this is, I folded my t-shirt. So I'll start my darts from 10 centimeters. I will just, let me put it this way, it's better. So I'll just mark 10 and 11 because I'm using 1 centimeter for the dart. And my dart length is going to be 12 centimeters. So I'll just mark it there. I'll just do the same thing the other side of the material. Do exactly the same thing the other side. 10 and 11 and 12 length of the dart. So let me go ahead and just draw my darts and then do the same thing for the back part of the t-shirts. I've marked my darts. So that is for the front part of the t-shirt, and for the back part of the t-shirt, the darts have been marked. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and sew my darts together on my sewing machine. The darts are ready. I've sewn my darts back and front. I've sewn my darts. So the next thing is to create what I call the belt holders. What is going to be holding the belt, as you saw in the beginning and the picture of the dress. So get your remaining t-shirt material, and we're going to be cutting it a width of about 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. We're going to be cutting about 38, length of 38 centimeters. So that's my 9 by 38. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to run my machine on both edges. Just fold it. Remember, turn the back part. Just fold it a little bit and run your machine like so, like that. And do the same on this side. Double. And run your machine on it so that both sides will look neat. I've sewn the band. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be cutting this into 4 equal parts. So just cut it into 4 equal parts. And then get your material back, your t-shirts. And we're going to be placing this just on the dart. We're going to be placing it on the dart area. We're going to be sewing it like so on the dart area. Please ensure that you place it so that when you bring it over, see, you have to place it such that when you bring it over, it will be at the edge. So place it and ensure that it is equal. So attach the darts there, turn it over and top stitch it. That's what I'm going to do right now. The belt holders have been attached in the front and in the back. So what we are going to do next is to prepare our Ankara material. This is the Ankara material I'm going to be using. Now, the length of the Ankara material is 90 cm. If you remember, I said 90 cm was the circumference of my waist. So it's left for you because we are going to be gathering this Ankara material. So it's left for you. Depends on how you want your gathers to be. If you want it to be real deep gathers, then you can make it longer. But for me, I want this to be 90 and this to be 90. That is for the back and front part of the dress. Now what I've done already is to use a fusible fleece on one end of it. This is the part that I'm going to be attaching the zip. So I've done that on both material. So once that is done, I've also cut a lining the same size of the Ankara material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to join the lining right here. I'm going to join it there. And I'm also going, after joining there, and I'm also going to join the lining on the edge of the material. So that just, I'll just do that with my machine. Please remember your lining should be shorter, some inches shorter than the main material. So I quickly run my machine there, and then we'll come and do our gathers. So I've done the gathers on one part of the material, as you can see. So this part of it is ready. I'll do the same thing on the second part of the material. So let me just show you how I did that. This is the second part of the material. So what I did is to fold it in two to get the center. Then I measured 4 centimeters from the center. So from there, I just started folding in about the same 4 centimeters on one end. You can decide to pin it to keep it in place so it don't shift. So I'll just fold in and pin. If you know of an easier way to do gathers, just drop your comments. But this is my own way of doing it. Just fold it in. And pin. So essentially that is how I did the gathers. Try and ensure that it looks equal. The length of the gathers look equal. So when you're done, just turn the other side and do the same thing. When you're done with the gathers, please ensure that you measure and ensure that everything is equal with the t-shirts, because we're going to be joining this to the t-shirts. So ensure that everything is equal, like so. So we'll go ahead and do the joining. Our gown is taking shape. I have joined the Ankara part of the gown to the t-shirt. So the next thing we are going to do is to join the zip. But before we join the zip, remember I said we were going to take out 2.5 here and 2.5 here for the seam allowance, and also to be able to join the zip. So I'm going to be joining the zip on this side. Remember that we have added our fusible fleece on that side. This side, if you remember, we've added it on this side, and this is how we are going to be joining the zip. So what we're going to do, I will just mark the 2.5 centimeters that I'm going to be taking in at that point. So I'll just mark 2.5 there with my tailor's chalk. So I'll just draw from there, maybe up to just a little curve, you know, curving it outwards to accommodate the hips. And then from where the t-shirt is joined right here, I'll just try to curve it to that 2.5. Slant just a little bit, just curve a little bit to join the 2.5. And I'll do that on this side of the material. But I'm concentrating here because this is where we want to join the zip. So what I'm going to do now, this is my zip. I'm going to sew normal 2 millimeters from here. Then when I reach where this curve starts, I will make it 4 millimeters because I'm going to remove it after joining the zip. I'll make it 4 millimeters and just sew down, following my tailor's chalk and then joining it down. Then later I'll open it up, sew my zip, and then loosen the 4 millimeters. So I'll just mark how long I want the 4 millimeters to be. Like how long do I want my zip to be? So let's say my zip starts here and I want it to go up to here, around here or so. I think that is okay. So I'll just mark there on tailor's chalk that my 5 millimeter stitches will stop here. And remember to do a back stitch when you stop, where you start and where you stop. So that's it. I'm going to run my stitches, do a back stitch here, run my 4 millimeter stitch up to here, do a back stitch, and then run the normal stitch down to the end of the material. And when I'm done with that, I'll just open it up and fix my zip, and then loosen the 4 millimeter stitches. So my t-shirt Ankara dress is ready. Everything is ready. I've done a belt for it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to actually try it on, and we see the fit of this t-shirt Ankara wear. So this is the fitting of our t-shirt Ankara wear. And of course I have my bag to go with it. If you want to know how to make this, I'll drop the link below for you, how you can make this for yourself. And of course the belt, if you also want to make a belt for your t-shirt Ankara dress, I'll also drop the link on how you can make this belt. So that is the fitting. It's not too bad. I'm ready to go for my party. Doesn't look too bad. It's okay. So if you have an old t-shirt and you have some pieces of Ankara, you can just make yourself something as simple as this, and then you wear it and go to wherever you want to go to a summer party or whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your t-shirt Ankara dress turned out good for you. So till next time, remain good and remain healthy.